From a young age, long before I would ever call myself a Christian, before I even believed in God, I always felt a strong kinship to the gospel music of artists like Leadbelly, the Carter Family, and Mississippi Fred McDowell, as well as the spiritually charged sounds of jazz great John Coltrane and blues artist Robert Pete Williams. In the early to mid-1990s, I performed with a touring and recording band, and I've always experimented with different musical sounds and various forms of creative writing. I had more or less set all that aside by the late 1990s. Then, around the end of 2007, it was as if God touched me on the shoulder and reminded me that music was something I was meant to do. Since then, more than any place or any group of people, my friends at Providence Presbyterian Church here in Charlotte really supported that process and helped me to grow again as a musician. I discovered faith through direct experiences. It's probably the most empirical conclusion I've come to in my life that Jesus Christ is my personal Savior and wants me to join His heavenly band for eternity. I realize this statement may sound foreign to some people, but the church body, is like a home away from home to me, and I am a resident alien, come from God to return to God when I pass on. This project is about my relationship with the Lord in all its dimensions, dark and light, ancient and modern, happy and sad, contemplative and evangelical. My hope and prayer is that each of you will hear this record for what it is, regardless of your personal beliefs or spiritual inclinations, and that you will be moved by what it communicates to you musically, above all else. The album will be recorded at Old House Studio in Charlotte, with the best musicians and dearest musical friends I can assemble. In spreading my wings, I wanted to do a gospel album first to pay tribute to the one who made all this possible. With the privilege of putting this music into lasting form, I also wanted to give back to people in our community who may never hear it, and who may not feel God's grace as richly in their daily lives as I do, and as I hope and pray all of you do. For this reason, 1/4 of gross sales of the album, once released, will go to the Providence Presbyterian Church Deacons Fund, where these funds will directly serve needy families in our community. The money I raise on Kickstarter will go to pay for everything from studio time, musicians' time and efforts, mixing, mastering, printing, reproduction, and the modest costs of online distribution and homespun marketing. I plan to complete and release the album by November 2016 to coincide with the midpoint of Providence Presbyterian's year-long celebration of its 250th anniversary. Thank you for taking the time to watch and listen and to explore my campaign page and learn about this project. Wherever your own journey takes you, may the light of the Lord shine down on you, and may God's love fill your heart.